Deion Sanders calls out the NFL for hating on Shedeur and wonders why his son is the only top QB facing nonstop criticism. Every year, in the weeks leading up to the NFL draft, the order shifts and the rumors are endless. While there is usually a favorite to be selected with the first overall pick, it often comes down to the team's needs at the time rather than the player's talent. The way I see it, when a team holds a top pick, it's usually because they lack a quality quarterback, especially when you consider that 8 of the last 10 first overall picks have been QBs, and a total of 36, 40.44% of the 89 players selected first overall have been QBs. I don't think this year will be any different, unless the Tennessee Titans sign a quarterback in free agency, which begins next week. If they don't, Cam Ward would likely be taken first overall over Shedeur Sanders, as both were the top QB prospects in this year's class. But again, we'll have to wait for the free agency moves to get more clarity. Deion on why NFL is hating on Shedeur. After the Titans come the Browns, a team that will likely be without quarterback Deshaun Watson in 2025, a player who, in my opinion, has the worst contract in history since he signed for 5 years and $230,000 guaranteed in 2022. Since then, he has only played 19 games in 3 seasons and no playoffs, a total disaster. Because of this, the Browns should technically pick Shedeur to keep him on the team. While Sanders' NFL ceiling is high, he's a polarizing prospect, something his father recognized and talked about in a recent video shared by ESPN Cleveland on X. "Why are you the only kid they hate?" Sanders said. "Why are you the only kid in the draft, potential first pick or whatever pick, that they hate on? Why are you the only one?" "Because you're prime time," Shedeur replied. The pros and cons of having a superstar father and Sanders' draft projection has sparked intense debate, especially following the 2025 NFL Combine. Reports suggested that Sanders displayed a brash and arrogant attitude toward a team with a top 7 pick, though several analysts and scouts defended him. To me, he's a great kid who knows what he wants, but he needs to show it on the field, not in words. His media appearances at the Combine showed a calm and respectful demeanor that contradicted the criticism. On the field, his 2024 season was good, leading the Buffaloes to a 9-4 record, ranking 4th nationally in passing yards, 4,134, and 2nd in touchdowns with 37 and only 10 interceptions. However, his decision to skip the Combine along with Cam Ward raised questions. While some saw it as a strategic move to focus on interviews and workouts, others questioned whether he had earned the privilege of skipping such an important event. Both Ward and Sanders knew they had nothing to prove and that nothing would change whether they participated or not, but together they should have shown the people that they really wanted to be the best. As for the video of Deion Sanders defending his son, which I understand was shared, given that the Browns hold the number 2 pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, what stands out is that the clip originated from a January episode of Shedeur's 2 legendary podcasts, leading me and many others to speculate whether it was strategically posted now. If Cleveland ultimately passes on Shedeur, they could consider his teammate, Heisman winner Travis Hunter, one of the top overall prospects alongside Abdul Carter. Additionally, with Myles Garrett reportedly looking to leave Cleveland, a trade should bring at least a first-round pick, potentially positioning the Browns to select both former Colorado Buffaloes if a team like New England gets involved. But again, everything will become clearer once free agency begins on March 12th, and as for Shedeur, he could even end up in New York with the Giants given the marketing potential of a big market franchise like New York. His last name alone carries weight, but everything depends on what happens with quarterbacks like Sam Darnold